It is week 2 of changing my macros, tracking my macros, and solid workouts of bodybuilding and CrossFit. We're gonna start this week with a weigh-in, so let's just get it over with, okay? 145.9, which I don't think we saw 145s in the entire first month. I think I was kind of like floating between 146 and 148. So we're on a downhill climb, but I think something that's really important to know is that you want to always take weekly averages. If you're new here, that's my favorite thing to do, is weigh almost every single day at the same time, keep your variables the same, and then take a weekly average. The reason for that is if you're just weighing like every Friday, last week I could have weighed 145.9 because it was a low day, because you're going to have highs and lows over the course of time. But if I weighed in at 145.9 and then, didn't weigh it all that week, and I weighed the next Friday and it was a high day just because of like hormones or stress or lack of sleep or some other variable, and I weighed like 148, I would be a little bit nervous my mind would be like, oh, I gained 3 pounds, and really that's not the reality. I just had one high day, all the other days were low into the 146s, etc. So if you can track, the more information that you have and track, the better. So as far as I know, I said last video, I was feeling good energy-wise. I can be more consistent, so that is the goal this week for sure. But already we're seeing, some changes on the scale. So we'll see how obviously the next rest couple of the weeks go. But I don't feel underfed yet. Even in the first week, I feel a little bit like tighter. I wouldn't say like my weight has changed that drastically, but it's funny because weight doesn't really have, that much to do with it. It's really like how I'm feeling in clothes, how I'm looking, and I do feel like tighter. My arms feel tighter. I think my legs always carry weight, and so that's going to be the last thing to really go. That's been true for years. If you've been watching our channel forever, my legs are just, that's where I carry fat. So anyway, I'm hoping to see some change in that area by the next couple of weeks. Speaking of being underfed, let's go have a little pre-workout food. I made Brad's breakfast muffins today just because he requested that I do that while he's gone on a little trip. So we're gonna see if they're as good as when he makes them. They definitely look not as overflowed. So I'll give myself that. Do you think they're good? 10 out of 10? Yeah. Ears? I think they're great. Ears? I don't know if he normally adds the herb and butter packet, but I did. So anyway, they're scrumptious. If you don't have this recipe in your back pocket, high protein, pretty low carb and fat, and it's on our channel. It's also on our Instagrams. But this is what I'm eating before I work out, so I'll see you at the gym. Gotta get sick pump upper body. Let's go. If you don't take a selfie, did you even work out? Comment down below. Always selfieing, but I don't know if I really ever post them. It's fun to look back on. Next, we'll talk about food. I'll see you in my kitchen. I'm gonna show you 2 of my favorite go-to meals. So the one that I'm having today is this Velveeta shells and cheese. I'm gonna make this in the microwave. I'm gonna put 1 can of tuna in there, and then I have some frozen veggies that I'm gonna stick in there too. So super easy, high protein, got some carbs and fats. This is what it looks like when it's done. Letty loves to eat it too. It's just so quick, takes me like under 5 minutes to make. And then another thing that I love and Letty loves, I keep rice in my fridge. Bye. What?
I keep rice in my fridge made, and then I keep lean ground beef in there, and I can just make a bowl of beef and rice with ketchup, mustard. That's my favorite sauce, but you could do like hot sauce, Alfredo sauce, pasta sauce, it doesn't really matter. You could add a vegetable, but those are just 2 really quick options. I probably eat like 5 times a week.
I said I didn't eat before this because I had a meeting, and so yeah, I'm really hungry.
Stand all the way up. Stand up.
Highly advise against that. I usually have at least something like a rice cake.
Let's talk about motivation. I know that that's a big topic. I always say that you're not always going to be motivated, but you can be disciplined, and obviously finding something that you really enjoy doing. It won't feel like something you have to do. It'll feel like something that you want to do. So CrossFit, and incorporating that into my workouts has really helped me enjoy what I do. So if you feel like, you're just working out to go through the motions and, hopefully lose weight, gain muscle, look different, really maybe seek out things that you enjoy to incorporate as well. So you can still do your normal style, but maybe you'll incorporate yoga or Zumba or, something fun at least once a week. Something that I have been thinking about, obviously I did CrossFit for 7 years. And in that time, I was always working to progress, get stronger, that kind of thing. But I think that especially CrossFit can be a little bit confusing for people. They think that, I'll just start CrossFit, and if I keep doing it, I will just look a certain way, quote unquote, like jacked. I mean, sure, we would all love to look like the elite athletes at the CrossFit Games. That's not going to happen unless you do things with your nutrition. So that's obviously what I'm trying to show you with this series. But then B, if you're just kind of showing up to the class and always doing the same weight, not really pushing yourself, creating little goals for yourself within those workouts, you're probably gonna steadily stay at the same place. And that might sound mean or rude, but it's really the truth. I literally, when I coached CrossFit, I watched people come in for 2 years straight and still, no big deal if they were happy, but still overweight, still where they were on day 1. So not saying that that's a bad thing at all, but if you are looking to make changes, you need to think about your nutrition and then think about what can I do to push myself over time? So this week, I am trying to just create little goals for myself within each workout. I think CrossFit has really helped my bodybuilding workouts, push myself a little bit, I could definitely go heavier. Whereas before I did CrossFit, I probably would have just lifted the same weight and did baby weights. So it helps your mindset and pushes you a little bit. So I hope that encourages you this week. Next week, we're gonna get into a little bit more of how to have fun with your food and still enjoy life. I looked at the workout for tomorrow, and I don't know, it's a partner workout. I'm really kind of I don't really want to go, but we'll just see how it goes. See you there.
I don't know if I'm ready to do this. There's running involved. Another awesome week in the books. Time to be done, and then we're on to week 3, which I can't believe. Super excited to see what all happens in week 3. I would say that I hit my goal of being like 80% consistent with food, and I'll carry that through the weekend. So next week we'll talk about weekend eating, having fun, how you fit that all into your macros. So I'll see you there. Subscribe if you haven't. I would love that. Comment below, like this video. You're with it.